Oh, hey guys, me again here. Jimmy back in with no Geekcast podcast, so it's been a while since I did my last one, and obviously, lots of things have changed since then. I think today what I'm planning to go over or just discussing is going to be our LeapMotion. Just came out. All us pre-order people are finally getting our units and getting to play with the gestures and everything, which is pretty fun. I think we'll do some gaming industry recaps of the funness and drama going on these days. And while we're at it, I think we'll touch on some more mobile industry stuff, such as, BlackBerry and RIM, or well, I guess BlackBerry now, say aren't RIM, and kind of their painful death. And also we'll talk about a little Moto X, some Chromecasts, and finally we'll end it with a little wearable PC tech talk, which I always love and believe it's coming so fast and it's going to be the future. So first things first, Leap Motion. Actually, here, let me pull that out. This little sucker. Oh, wait. Well, you need a USB cable too. Basically, it's a gesture-based controller that you can use now in Windows and Mac, which is awesome. They have software for both. Um, and now they have an app store and everything too that lets you actually download apps that have the controller APIs built in or whatever. So basically, what I've been using it with is Better Touch tool to do just five-finger gestures, up and down motions to minimize my desktop, and swiping motions to go between my spaces. And I've noticed that I think it's Touchless app that they have in the Aerospace store for Leap. It's weird. It's a little hard to get used to. I mean, you just got to understand the zones of using it. However, though, for being an early product, one of the first of its kind in that regard, it's not bad actually. I can see crazy cool potential of it in the future here. So I actually have a YouTube video showing that Better Touch tool demo. I'll link to that in this post here and the YouTube vid. So, um, oh man, gaming industry stuff. What's up with the Fez developer, man? Was it him and Marcus and GT being like a bunch of fucking little kids? I mean, seriously, stop hating on each other and just grow up and get along. I mean, unless it's like a total promo stunt, which never know, but I don't know. I never thought Fez was that great in my opinion. Well, I didn't play very much of it either, so I can't, I guess, say. But kind of disappointing. However, Nintendo, good job. You've you're starting to win back the fans here. You got some good games coming up. Pikmin 3. I'll probably pick that up actually. It sounds like looks great. Looks fun. Never played the other ones before, so it'd be like a whole new experience for me in that regard. They finally released Earthbound to the Virtual Console, which why did it take so long? I mean, everyone wanted it. I mean, that's all that they all wanted it. I mean, everyone did. I mean, I didn't really get into Earthbound as a kid, but my cousin, man, he loved that game on Super Nintendo, and I always wanted to get me into it. So I think I'm gonna have to go pick that up on the good old Wii U Virtual Console here. Good job, Microsoft again too for doing helping with the indie support. I mean, it's great to see you turning your policies around. It's kind of sad that you didn't start the policies out that way from the get-go, and instead of again keep following the leader here, seems like. But nonetheless, it's a good thing. I'm actually really happy to see Mr. Metric leave Xbox, what was it, last month to go to Zynga. God, that's just a joke right there, in my opinion. What does that say when the head person of your console division goes to a casual gaming company? I don't think that bodes well for the core gamers out there and just gamers overall for the consoles. So, but nonetheless, good for you, Don, at Zynga, and good for us, and especially Xbox, fanboys and users. It's a great thing, I think. So, and it's good to see the competition now between the two major console players, as Sony and Microsoft. We win. That's all that happens. I mean, the consumers are the winners, and without that competition, you get, a monopoly, and you get basically force-fed into doing what the companies want, unless we speak up and don't buy it or complain, complain, complain. Or you have another player comes in and seizes the moment and says, hey, you know what? We're going to do exactly what they're not doing. So, go industry, and go internet fanboys and all of us out there for making a big stink about everything. Let's see here. Next up, mobile industry. BlackBerry. I think you're just you're dead this year. I think I can't see you surviving 2013 at this point. The fact that you killed basically the playbook. I mean that's dead now, officially dead since it's not going to get BBOS 10 at all, and well basically all the I think the executives are getting fired from that division anyways. But I honestly thought the best idea, of course, of business for BlackBerry would have been to actually sell out to Google. And it would have been smart, I think, in my opinion, of Google to buy BlackBerry because the one thing that Android lacked and still is lacking is a security API. Basically, Google has left it to the manufacturers to implement like MDM, mobile device management controls. At my job, I actually am a mobile and applications administrator, and I basically set up our MDM. And there's one thing I do like about Apple is that their devices are very enterprise ready. I mean, they included the APIs for encryption, active sync controls, device controls back like in probably iOS 2.0, I think it was. I know we've been supporting iPhones in our environment for since the iPhone, I think 3G came out actually. So, Google, hey, they're really bringing their game now again. I think, well, they just announced and released the Chromecast, which is basically an AirPlay competitor, but it allows. The nice thing about it is that it actually will have clients and support on all mobile OS platforms. Well, at least iOS, Android. I think I heard even Windows Phone possibly, and of course browsers on Mac and Apple. Of course, the Chrome browser only. Right now, support for it is going to be a little lacking. I think it's like just Google Play Music and TV, YouTube, Netflix, and Pandora. However, they just released the SDK for it, so we should see a lot of support from other devs in the App Store, hopefully. Last thing. Oh, one other downfall though about the Chromecast that I didn't realize until I actually bought it and have it on its way. It does actually require USB power. It doesn't. It's not self-powered off the HDMI port, so that could be problematic if you have a TV that doesn't have a USB port. You'll have to find a long USB cable to plug into an adapter. So, just a little gotcha there. Finally, all these experts, man, they're finally catching on. Wearable PC tech, it's obvious. I don't care who you guys are out there thinking, oh, it's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna use it. Whatever. I mean, just like everyone said that about the smartphone. Why do I need a smartphone? I have a computer. I have a laptop. It's obvious. I mean, it's going to make it integrated. Google Glass is one of the biggest key components, in my opinion, for this. The second biggest component is the fact that we need better batteries. Smaller, better batteries. That's all there is to it. And once we get that technology, once that hits its revolution, I think we'll see some crazy cool stuff coming out. So, of course, my envisioned future of wearable PC technology is smartwatch, main processing unit, Google Glass, GUI overlay designs, voice activation as a way of navigation. Also, I still believe that we'll see rings. I hope we see ring-based gestures to help with controlling of stuff. But for the most part, I could also see, eye tracking being a very feasible way of controlling the GUI too. And I think we're gonna see. I think earlier this year I said probably like in 2016 I'd say we see the first commercial solution. And I think these smart watches are just the first step to get to that point. So, anywho, that was kind of a quick, boring, rambling geekcast here, but hopefully didn't bore you, freak you out, or any of that fun stuff. And have a great rest of the weekend, and keep it geeky. Peace.